And going against Chicago. A glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Anderson.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Mirotic. Ejuan Moore is out there with Rose. Then there's Noah. The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And mark that bucket down, folks. That's the first career basket from Anderson.
You know, it maybe not the prettiest bucket he'll ever score, but it'll always be the first one.
And the first will make it the prettiest one. Well, no matter how he got it, just a fantastic moment in this young man's career and his basketball life.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Bulls have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers help them win games.
Good if it goes. He got it up that time, but So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 13. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Ejuan Moore. Mirotic is out there with Portis, and it's Rose, and it's Noah in at the center.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and Moore subbed in for Derrick Rose. Jack against Moore. Noah with a screen on Jack. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target from three-point range. And the Bulls did end up with the third seed in the East. 33 of their 50 wins last year, Clark, coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played 500 basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins and 18 games against that division.
Mirotic with it. Shoots from 12. Puts up the baby hook. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Free throw good. Portis. So as we conclude. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. Both teams making some changes here. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to Cleveland.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
And I'm still trying to figure out what happened there, Greg, quite honestly. I mean, no matter how it looks on paper, you still got to show up and play and compete. And it looked like they were not interested in being there.
Anderson in a two-guard. Robinson is out there with Henry Sims. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Moore hits the front of the rim and out.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Chicago opening up a huge gap. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Chicago right now, Dunleavy is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Brooks. Then there's E'Twaun Moore.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Brooks kicks to Moore. Passes it to Portis. To the middle. Shoots from the block. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Tell them where I'm from. I'll make this